Hi, my name is Sunshine Kelly. Thank you for clicking on my video today. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. And if you have been following me for a while and watching some of my videos, welcome back. So today I'm doing a sit down video entitled Being in a Transitional Period. So first I want to start off just giving some updates from my last video, from where I was then up until where I am today. So I can officially say that I have graduated. Yay! So I say I have officially graduated because I haven't gotten my diploma yet, but I turned to my last evaluation last week and I'm done, y'all. When I say I'm done, I am done. I haven't gotten an email back saying that I need to turn in anything else. So I am officially done. Like, it's been a 4-year journey and I can't believe I have come to the end of it. And I'm just, man, if you've been in school before, you know the toiling, the papers, the exams, the long nights, just all of that. My goodness, it is over. So yeah, I have graduated, officially graduated. Also, this summer, I had another opportunity to go to Stockholm, Sweden to finish some internship hours. So I was there as a pastoral intern and it was such another wonderful experience. I felt like this year I was a resident of Stockholm because I was more familiar and acclimated with everything, but man, I love Sweden. It is a beautiful place. It is a beautiful place, and if you've never been, I would say go, because it's just a wonderful place to be in. And I also had the opportunity to go to Paris. Man, God has really blown me this summer with how he has stretched me and took me beyond my boundaries. But Paris was another great experience. I saw the hand of God move in so many ways. He made that trip so easy for me because I stepped out on faith and decided to have fun, which sounds crazy, but man, that's a whole nother video for a whole nother time. But yes, so I have officially graduated. I went to Stockholm this summer and to Paris, and now I am back in Chicago with a big question mark. What is next? So I went from being a full-time student, having 2 jobs, working all the time, always busy, to I don't have nothing going on. I don't have no jobs. I don't have any more work to do. So it's like, okay, what's next? What is happening? You know, transitional periods can look different for so many people. For me, I'm transitioning out of school. For you, you can be a person transitioning out of a new job or just out of a job. You can become a new parent, transition into marriage. Whatever it is for you, it could look different. But transitional periods are not easy because you don't know what's next or what's to come. Being in this transitional period, I've been learning different things. And one of the things that God has been dealing with me about is revealing who I am, revealing my purpose, revealing my gifts, revealing my talents. So in every season that I get into, God normally gives me a scripture for that season and for that time. My last video, I talked about being in a season of wait, and I believe I'm still in that season, but now he's put me in this transitional period, and the scripture that he gave me was Ephesians 6:18, and I want to read it for you. It says, "Pray in the Spirit at all times and on every occasion. Stay alert and be persistent in your prayers for all believers everywhere." So what does this mean? Pray in the Spirit, be persistent. What is all of that? For me, and I'm going to speak from my experience and what God is dealing with me about, God is telling me to go deeper in prayer. And when he's telling me to go deeper and pray in the Spirit, for me, it's to speak in tongues. I believe in the power of speaking in tongues. I believe that when you speak in tongues, you speak in a language that only God can understand. It is your spirit connecting with his spirit, agreeing what it is that he is saying, what he has already ordained and promised you. It is such a place that you can go into where it's not only edifying yourself, but sometimes it edifies the church, depending on the context of when you are speaking in tongues. But you know, some people have never heard of speaking in tongues. What is that? That could be a mystery for some people. I didn't just wake up one day speaking in tongues. Someone taught me what speaking in tongues were, how it was a spiritual gift. And ever since I heard about it, I asked God. I prayed one day like, God, I want to be able to speak to you in a way, in a language that only you can understand. And he gave me the ability to speak in tongues. So what if you don't speak in tongues? There's still a place where you can pray from the sincerity of your heart, out of your spirit, that God will still honor. No prayer, whether it's in tongues or whether it's in English, that God does not hear. He hears all of it. But from my experience and from where I am now, God is calling me to dig deeper in prayer, to dig deeper in the spirit, so that I will know the next step, the next thing that he has for me. So I was reading this article and it talked about prayer, and it was talking about Genesis 3. How when God came into the Garden of Eden, he was looking for Adam and Eve. And it says that he was looking for them in the cool of the day. So the author of this article, he was saying how in the translation, in the original translation, cool of the day really means in the spirit of the day. So God was looking to connect with them in the spirit of the day. And that really blessed me and touched me so much, because it's like God was looking to connect with them in a specific time of day, and not when we think of our time like in the morning or at night, but I mean in the spirit realm, if that makes sense. Or he was just looking just to connect with them. And so I'm just like, okay, God, this is where you have me, and this is where he could have you too, for you to dig deeper into him, because God just wants to reveal more of who he is to you and more of who we are and what's on the inside of us. So I was recently at a training, and someone spoke something to me that was so powerful, and I believe that it cultivated this period that I am in right now. And he told me, he said, you know, you have gifts in you that are lying dormant, and you need to speak in tongues every day. You need to pray in tongues, and you need to get into a place where you are awakening those gifts. And that really kind of messed me up, because if you think about it, if someone gave you a gift and you never open it, you don't know what that gift could have been. Or if you gave someone a gift, wouldn't you feel offended if they never opened it and saw what it was that you had given them? I feel like that's what God is doing. Like, I have given my daughter this gift, but she never opened it. And so I'm like, okay, God, I want to open up and use the very thing that you have given me to go out into this world. And so I believe this time of transitional period, I believe that God is really dealing internally with me. He wants me to dig a little deeper in prayer so that he can show me and reveal to me the gifts and the purpose that lies within me, so that they could be used for this next season that I will enter in. He wants to prepare and get us ready for this next season. So there's this book that I'm starting to read, and I like to leave you all with this book if you want to read it. But the pastor that spoke to me and said that I had gifts lying dormant in me. His name is Pastor Timothy Lane, and he actually wrote this book called God Therapy, and it's about inner healing and deliverance. I also believe that in this time of transition, this is a time where we can deal with us and our internal stuff. You know, when we go out in the world and we try to serve and help others, and we help others in their stuff, but we still got our own stuff that we're battling with. Why not deal with it now before we go out and help others? How about we heal and we get our stuff together, and then we get ready and equipped for where God is sending us? So this is a book I believe that will bless me. If you decide to get it, I hope that it bless you too. There are so many resources out there that can help during this transitional period. But I just wanted to share where God has me, what he's doing in my life, and how I believe he's preparing and getting me ready. So I pray that my story and where it is that God has me can bless you. I admonish you to just go deeper in prayer, whether that's speaking in tongues, whether that's just praying after the sincerity of your heart, wherever God has you. But he's always drawing us close. And I admonish you just to dig deeper, just to try to find out what's your gifts, what's your talents, what's your purpose here on earth, because we have to get ready. We have to prepare for this next season that God is taking us to. So thank you yet again for listening and watching my video. I pray that God continues to bless and cover you in whatever season you may be in. So thanks for watching. Bye.